let's hear one that you think sounds good with this band right now.
All right. All right, cool. We're going to play a song called Magazine. It's from my second album that I put out on March 13th, 2020.
That was like
it was another Friday the 13th.
Oh man.
So
one of the Friday the 13th that really spelled out
it really
bad
changed
luck,
some things.
It?
But this is a song that with this band, oh my gosh, it is so fun to sing this with Shelby's voice. Shelby on these harmonies on the bridge coming in. So listen for that, and I just love playing this with this band. So we're gonna do Magazine. Make sure I'm tuned up here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. There was a child at the range. She wrecked her pony in a dream. Nobody tried to save her. She died alone at the scene. They laid her body on the table. They gave her soul to a man in the sky. And they gave her legs to a magazine. When she woke up, she was inside a mirror, looking out with eyes she didn't know. And all around her, silhouettes tripping uphill in high heels in the snow. She saw her heart in the shape of a diamond. She saw her body in the hands of a man. She saw her legs in a magazine. She heard talk of places too dangerous to go. As if walking was some secret too dangerous to know. She found her body on the shelf beside some souvenirs and chocolates. She reached to hold it, but it broke to pieces. They tried to make her fight. They say she climbed right through the camera. They say she got up off her knees and she ran right off the page of the magazine. Yeah, she ran right off the page of the magazine.
Maya de Vitry on WNCW playing live for us here in Studio B. They're on their way to ISIS Music Hall for a show in Asheville tonight, and then they're at the Evening Muse tomorrow, and then heading on up to further points north. The whole band singing on that one. And Shelby, I forgot if we mentioned this once we started. Oh, you're just about to grab another bass.
okay.
Shelby Means is on the bass. She's brought 2 basses with her, and in addition to playing with Maya and Sally and George with Joel, you've been doing stuff with Molly Tuttle and Golden Highway.
Yeah, that's right. That's been an amazing start to my year, kicking off on the Golden Highway with Molly.
Yeah, out on the Golden Highway. It's been getting some great reviews.
It's a really fun show to play, and I think it's a fun show to watch, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's super fun. I got to go and see a couple songs at the end of one of their shows, actually at the Gray Eagle,
Okay.
the night they were here in town. I was playing in Asheville, and then as soon as my set was over, I ran in and caught a couple songs of the Molly band.
Awesome.
So great.
Great. And I guess we have a chance to see you all in our area for the big Brian Sutton guitar camp coming to
Yeah.
Brevard.
Yeah, Brian Sutton's North Carolina Guitar Festival
Yeah.
is going on June 3rd, I think, 3rd or 4th.
I think it's the 4th.
Okay,
the
the
big
4th, yeah,
concert
the
is the 4th. Yeah.
Cool.
After a week of workshops and such, which I can't remember if there are still spaces for the workshops or not.
That's
that
a good
lead up to it.
question. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's easy to find that info
Yeah.
somewhere out
they're,
there.
They're Brevard at the wonderful music center.
Yeah.
Bela Fleck had done some great banjo workshops there, and now spotlight on the guitar. But Molly Tuttle and Golden Highway with you. Will be there.
I'll be there, and I think I get to sit in with Brian on a song,
Cool.
last song of the first set.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And you'd worked with him because you said he produced Della Mae's work
Yeah, when
back
I
in the
was in
day.
Della Mae, he produced our Grammy-nominated album, This World Oft Can Be, that we got to make at the Cash Cabin studio. So that was really amazing to work with him, and yeah, I really respect him as a producer, a human, and he's, of course, the amazing guitar player that he is.
Yeah, Hot Rise and so much more.
Yeah.
And we're proud to say he's from this area, too. Meanwhile, Joel Timmons, Charleston originally, and Soul Driven Train. And Soul Driven Train's got a gig coming up.
Yeah,
That's
the
cool.
train rides on.
Yeah.
We're going to be at Rooster Walk Festival in Martinsville, Virginia at the end of the month. We're playing 2 sets there over the weekend. And actually this tour wraps up with Maya. We play that show in Lancaster, and then we drop Shelby at Delfest to meet up with the Golden Highway, and I get dumped at Rooster Walk to meet up with Soul Driven Train. So
I can't keep up with it.
we can't either.
I-
That's why we have a great band leader, Maya Vitry.
Yeah, all right.
Got
So
this all sorted.
she's the band leader, the den mother, the manager, all of it, right?
Yeah, I buy the dozen eggs, and then Joel boils them.
There you
That's
go.
teamwork.
All right. Shelby serves them up. Dom on the drums. What does Dom do? What's his role? He cleans up afterwards.
He does dishes.
He does dishes.
Holds us all together.
Yeah, it's a good family.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds great. Let's see. Most, if not all of you, were on the album Violet Light. Was Dom on the? doing
Dom
the
is
drum?
on a forthcoming album.
Forthcoming album.
actually, but very featured on a forthcoming album. And Shelby and Joel were singing on Violet Light. Violet Light was super collaborative. Like,
Sure was.
so Ethan Yojevis and I produced it, and we made it at home in our basement during this time of all these new ways of figuring out how to make music. And every track is a unique band, and some people we actually had them over in person to sing or play in the basement studio. Other people, we kind of shipped the track off and got to collaborate on Zoom or phone call or something. But it's all very unique bands, and Shelby and Joel are on. They're singing harmonies on the song "How Bad I Want to Live," which we'll play. Play for you.
That's a real highlight on stage and on the record. Whenever we hear it, especially with 3 of you hitting those harmonies, it's amazing. But looking at the liner notes of Violet Light, yeah, it's such an international affair. I mean,
Yeah.
between the engineers and all the musicians, Kaya Cater, some work done in Canada, or at least for the engineer. What's with the harmonica player from Iceland, or at least
Yeah.
engineered in Iceland?
Yeah, so Thor is a really good friend. Like amazing musician. He's on the road, I think, right now with a band called Kaleo, out of Iceland, and that's his main gig. And he's an incredible. He does a lot of instruments in that band, but he's just like a virtuosic harmonica player. And Ethan, who co-produced that record with me, has done a tour of Iceland with Thor, upright
on.
bass and harmonica
Wow.
duo.
Cool.
And they just traveled around and did that. And there's this song on the album that we just knew Thor would be the voice for it. It was such a fun kind of meditative process to make the record, because without sometimes you put together the band you want, you play all the songs down in the studio, and that's the band for the record. And with this, it was like, okay, is there a particular voice or musician who would really be the the spice to add for this moment in the song or something. And Thor's harmonica playing on that track, it's on the song Margaret. It's just so haunting and so tasteful and like, you know, it's just that like that line between like rustic and elegant. It's like both of those qualities. I don't know. I guess just go listen to it.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good.
I'm just a big fan. I've just become, I think more than anything in the last 2 years, I've become like a really, really obsessive music fan. Like I just listen to everything with so much more like love and devotion, and listen to musicians with more. I just like really, I hear people's unique voices that they're bringing even more. It's like, so and this record was a part of kind of like opening my ears that way.
Yeah, I can see that. And you brought your siblings into it too, Monica and Nina and Lyle de Vitry.
Yeah.
And then so we've listed about half the people at the most on the record.
Totally.
Big project. And
Totally.